Yes guys, it's Raoul TV, Team R for you. We're back in the garage, and what we're doing this time around is I've got a 2004 3, 4, 5 kind of thing. I don't think 5, yeah, 2004, put it that way. Bmw 320 diesel. Right, I'm going to change the coil spring on it. Not for the faint hearted, this one. This is not an easy job. This is a really hard job. On top of that, the spring is dangerous. Put it on this, I'm going to say it's on the dangerous side because there's so much compression. These and the Mercedes. Anyway, let's get on it. Without further ado, let's do it. Let's go! Okay, first things first guys, Mechanics 101. I'm going to take the wheel off. I'm going to show you how to take the wheel off. Like I mentioned, if you don't know how to take the wheel off, don't even attempt this job because not for the faint-hearted. There we have it. The whole spring is all over the show. One little top tip. See this little cutout? Make sure you know where this cutout goes, okay? On this car and on all BMW, it's facing outwards, okay? Make sure that you get that right. It's a good idea to take a picture of everything on these. They're a little bit stupid, these ones. So make sure you take a picture, you know where everything goes exactly, and let's get on it. If you are going to attempt it on the floor, jack it up, get some axle stands on it, get a block on the back, make sure it's safe because you don't want the spring going flying, you know, when you're clamping it, compressing it on the compressor. Another thing is, if you've just got normal spring clamps, don't do that. You need a proper pillar clamp for it. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Let's go. Right, I'm underneath the car. What I've done is I've put some oil on these little wiring plugs here, as you can see there. We need to take all these off. Get a little flat screwdriver, take them off. Or if you can, just take them off with your hand. First things first, we're going to go ahead and take that bolt off. That's out of the way. And then we'll tackle the rest of it. Right, we've got this bolt off. Okay, the next job for us guys is, if you don't have to do this, but I recommend you do. You know, it gives you a little bit more space. You'll see what I mean by space. We'll take the brake caliper off. Take that clip off. Just flick straight off. Trying to do this with one hand. You're supposed to get two hands on it. We'll take that off. Go around the back. 2 Allen keys in there. Size 7 Allen keys. One in there, one in there. All you do is just flick that little plastic thing off like that. It's on the floor now, but it's in there. Take them 2 off. That way, caliper's out of the way. Right, took the caliper off guys. The thing is, mechanics out there, you might be thinking, why am I taking the caliper off? Why am I taking these off? The thing is, it's going to come down. I don't want it to damage anything. You can leave the caliper on, like I mentioned, it's up to you. Okay, after we've took the caliper off, I just took it off there, as you can see there. Like I mentioned, you don't have to take the caliper off if you don't want to, but I think it gives us, I mean, you've got all these wires and pipes, everything connected to the caliper. When you're going to push the hub down, you don't want it to be stretching, you know, damage something that way. That way, it's only 2 bolts. Take them 2 off. Happy days. Right, we're going to take the link rod off, the drop link. 1 nut here and 1 nut down there. What you have to do is you have to take one side off, okay? Take this side off or this side off. Whichever one comes off. It's not the easiest nut to take off. Whichever one comes off, take it off. That way, it's off the shock absorber. We're not replacing the shock absorber. You can go ahead and replace the shock absorber as well if you want to. But we're not replacing the shock absorber. We're going to take that nut off. Separate the drop link from the shocker. There we have it. The drop link is all off. I had to take it off from the bottom because the top was absolutely seized solid. Reason being, I left it there because we don't need to change the shock absorber, right? So I can leave the drop link on there. I'll just tighten that back up. The bottom one, tighten that back up, put the nut on. This is ready to come off. As you can see, it's come off all the way to there, right? So I'm just gonna, you have to give it a little tap. I've already tapped it and it's nearly halfway off. So give it a little shake. That should come straight down. If I give it a little, there we go. That's off. We're just going to support this with something, cable tie or something like that, so it's not ripping all the ABS wires, ABS sensor wire, anything like that off. There we have it, that's separated. I mean, like I mentioned, you could have just leave all the caliper, everything on, and just take that bolt off there, take the drop link off, come straight down. But see how much space that's giving us. It's not straining the flexi, no pipes are being strained or anything like that, it's been stretched or anything like that. I would just say, for the sake of 2 bolts, take the caliper off. Happy days. Right, I'm going to send the car down. I'm going to take the top half of the shock absorber off, and it's ready to come off. Right, up here, not rocket science, guys. Only 3 nuts, one here, one here, one here. Take them 3 off. To put it back on, not rocket science as well. It's got a locator there. Make sure that lines up, and that's it. Let's take these 3 off. Let's get the shocker off. Right, there we have it. One shock absorber with the coil spring off. The next job for us is we're going to have to take that old spring off, get the new one on. Like I mentioned, not for the faint-hearted. Taking it off, not that bad, okay? Putting it back on, the hardest bit is getting the spring back on. To compress the spring, it's got so much tension on the spring, you just have to be careful. Well, yeah, no point looking at it. Let's get it done. Let's get on with it. Okay, guys, the thing is, I've got the spring done, right, on the shocker. There it is, there's the new spring on the shocker. The way I had to do it, guys, is I had to get it on the spring clamp compressor, right, this one, the pillar one. If you're gonna, I would not recommend you do it with the normal spring clamps, you know, the individual ones. As it is, I had to put the camera down because I had to put my full concentration on this one. I had to clamp the spring. I mean, I could have shown you, but I didn't want to even risk it. Right, I had to clamp the spring about that much, right, all the way, so it's about a small spring, you know, compressed all the way. If it comes off, takes my head off, okay? So luckily it didn't come off. One head still on, okay, one face intact, okay, and I've managed to get the spring, the nut on millimeters. Basically, I had to get my brother to push it down, and I had to get the nut on. Got it on, happy days. Let's get it back on the car. Whew. Let's go. You can get 2 people to do this, guys. One person to put the shock absorber in there, the other person to put the nut in there, on there. Or if you're feeling strong, just go ahead and attempt it yourself. It's not the heaviest shocker in the world. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it myself. Let's do it. Right, I've got the shock absorber back on there. The 3 nuts are back on. All I'm going to do is tighten it up. Make sure that locator is lined up. All I'm going to do now is get the ratchet, tighten up on them. Boom. Right, they're back on. 3 nuts are back on. That's lined up. Everything done on the top. That top nut here, this one here inside the cover, that one. That's tightened up. I tightened it up on the clamp itself, and that's it. That's done for the top. Right, there we have it, guys. It's there. What we need to do now is we need to get this in there. I'm going to cut the cable tie off, the one that I used to tie this up with, and then what you can do is see these 2 locators on the back of the shocker, this one and this one. Right, let me just more focus in, zoom in. This one and this one, they have to line up with the cutout round the back here. If they don't line up, it's not going to go in. You've got the mark there, that's how far it goes in. You can't go more than that anyway. And yeah, the way we're going to get it on is, I'm going to line that up to that hole there, the hub hole, right? And I'm going to get a jack and a block and just jack it up, ease it up nice and easy. You can get the you know, the gearbox lifter, whatever you want, just to lift it up. If you're feeling strong, you can lift it up by your hand as well. But I'm going to get the jack and a block, just lift it up nice and easy, get it done, job done. Let's do it, let's go. Right, I've got it in there, them 2 holes, them 2 little lugs there, locate pins lining up with that cutout here. There's a little slit there, make sure they line up or it's not going to go on. I've got a block on it with a trolley jack. All I'm going to do now is just jack it up Nice and easy. Boom. Happy days, bang on. Job done. I'm gonna get the bolt back on. Finish everything off in reverse order. Let's go, let's do it guys. Home stretch. Okay, shocker's on. Remember that cutout is pointing outwards. That's pointing outwards. Caliper is back on, not bolted on everything. I've got all the wiring and pipes through and everything. Drop link needs to go on there. Get that through there, get the nut on. And that's about it. Finish everything off in reverse order. Let's tighten everything up. And job done. Right, so that's it guys. That's how we replace the front shock absorbers, the front coil spring on a 2004 Bmw 320 diesel. I did the coil spring on this one. That was the same process on the shock absorber as well. If you're changing the shock absorber at the same time, happy day. Right, so you have to be careful. Like I mentioned, it's not for the faint-hearted, this one. The tension on the spring is unbelievable. You have to be careful. You don't want your head being taken off. All I'm going to say is, I hope this video helps you guys out. If it didn't help you guys out, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. Raul TV, trying to hook you guys up. And yeah, stay tuned for my winter health check video. That will be up pretty soon. You obviously traveling in the winter, traveling holiday time, Christmas time, you don't want to get stuck. So you can take some precautions, a few checks on your car. I'll run through them and everything for all you guys out there. Anyway guys, like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button for me. Leave a comment in the comment section. Peace and blessings, and I will see you guys soon.